I'm well aware you subscribe to my video and then totally forget about it. No, I mark your tests. Ah! Get it? Ah! The C! It weed! Alright. My son told that joke on the weekend to one of his friends. It was very funny. My son explained it much the way I had to explain it to you guys. Because his 12-year-old buddy didn't get it either. Alright, is this graphed yet? I will, of course, use two lines, two different colors. So what's the best way to graph these? What's the best way to graph these?
Make table of values.
No. What's the best way to graph these?
Go to y by slope.
Yes, slope-intercept form. For y equals negative 3x plus 24, y equals negative 3/4 x plus 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boo-doo-boo-doo. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Boo-doo-boo-doo. Oh, it was negative. Dummy head. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boo-doo-boo-doo-boo. And line. And of course the blue one. 3y equals negative 6x minus 33. Did I do that right? Wait a sec. The y moves. 3y negative 6x plus 33. There we go. Negative 2x plus 11 equals y. Why can I not put that on my graph? Because 11 doesn't work. So I got to go all the way up to 11, then I would go down 2 and out 1, correct? To the left. So that would take me down to 1, 9. Is that on my graph? 6, 7, 8, 9. It is. 1, 9. Right? Right?
Yep.
And then down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, and there. So, this you already know. It's review. What are the conclusions that we can generate that would fit under the heading properties of systems? So you have a system. What do you know about that system after we graphed it? There's how many solutions, Alon? 1, right? So the conclusions, the first conclusion we can make, there is one solution. Why is there only one solution? Because there is only one intersection, yes? Okay, and what of this system, which I'm going to highlight in blue, what is it of this system that guarantees us one intersection point? They both have
A variable x and y.
okay, but every line has an x and y. Pardon me? They're both straight lines, excellent, but what guarantees they're going to cross? Different slopes. So the different slopes for different folks. So, different slopes. So, oops, I don't want blue. So what is the conclusion we can come to? If two equations exhibit different slopes, there's one solution. Gouda? Makes sense, right? If there's different slopes, they're going to have to cross, yeah? Okay. Next. Graph these two. Graph in red, graph in blue. So, again, 4y, negative 2x plus 12, y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3. Anybody notice about those two?
Yeah, obviously you're slow.
Excellent. So the conclusion, same slope. What does that mean? From our last unit. If they have the same slope, what are they? Then they're parallel. If they're parallel, what does that mean? They never meet. If they never meet, what does that mean? They never meet. So no intersection. So what? No solution. Sad. They have not signed up with Match.com.
Sign now.
Of course, you could just do things the old-fashioned way and actually go out and meet people.
Outside.
I know, right? Imagine having to go say hi to a real live girl
Outside as in.
outside in public.
Then
You know what I love is how Match.com thinks there's something new. Watch any old TV comedy from like the 70s and 80s. They were doing computer dating then. You just colored in a bubble on a piece of paper. We did it in grade 9 in high school at Valentine's Day. Everybody filled in the sheet, the whole school, and then, well, everybody wanted to, and then they gave you out the results, and you got a list of all the girls or boys that were compatible with you in your grade and all the girls or boys that were compatible with you across the school. It was very, very funny. And then they gave out the sheets. It was very interesting who I turned out to be compatible with. No, we were not in high school together. No. Actually, there were teachers on there. Teachers did that back then because, you know, it was okay. And there was also compatible as dating and compatible as friends. There were that many things. Right. Yeah. I was compatible with not a very, shall we say, desirable young lady. I was not very happy to be compatible with her, but I was very happy to be compatible with some of the people I was compatible with. And since it was the 9th grade, there were a couple of grade 12s on my list, and I was like, yeah, boy. Turns out they didn't want to talk to me. Who knew that a 4'7" grade 9 student wasn't what they were looking for in a boyfriend of a 17-year-old girl? Damn. And I was like, but I have data. No, it didn't matter. Strange, I thought. Yes? See the witch, huh? What?
Sound like that guy from Big Bang.
Which guy from Big Bang Theory? The guy that looks like me?
Yeah.
Yes,
You do.
I know.
Draw his face.
Oh. No problem. So anyway, as I was saying, Match.com, nothing new. Nothing new, except you get to see their picture. Which, of course, is a lie anyways, thanks to Photoshop. You should see how gorgeous I am once I've got that healing tool going. It's not like I'm not already gorgeous, but you put some Photoshop action in there, woo, doggy.
You can retouch the whole face.
What?
Have you seen the college humor video?
The witch movie?
The college humor video?
No.
4.25.
No. Are we good with the second one? Yeah? Yeah. You know it, boy. Now, do this one. Again, green or red, blue. Red. 3y equals negative 2x plus 5. Y equals negative 2/3 x plus 5/3. Mr. Myers, what are you doing to us? That's such a pain in the butt to graph. Is it? Is it really? What do we do?
Just split the whole thing.
Just make the whole thing into thirds. So 1, 2, 3, there's 1. Should we keep the same scale on the x-axis? Of course we should, so then we can just count 2 and 3. So let's graph it. Up 3, 4, 5/3, then down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3. Draw your line.
It's gonna crash.
It didn't crash because Mr. Conductor is in charge. Or, of course, if you watch the real Thomas the Tank Engine, not the stupid American one with dumb Mr. Conductor, his name is Sir Topham Hatt. And Sir Topham Hatt is a bad news guy. He wasn't nice like Mr. Conductor.
Oh.
Actually, you want to know something even more? If you go back old enough into Thomas the Tank Engine, because it's really from the 60s, Sir Topham Hatt wasn't even his name. His name was the Fat Controller.
Oh my god.
Yes, I know, right? Can you imagine if that was today?
I don't think that'd be
The Heavy Set Controller.
a fuller ball.
Yes, the full-figured controller. And then, of course, 6y equals negative 4x plus 10, which is y equals negative 4 sixths x plus 10 sixths, which is, of course, negative 2 thirds x plus 5 thirds. What? Blue dot, blue dot, blue dot, blue dot. Where would the blue line go?
Same place.
Same place. So how many times does it intersect?
Infinity.
Infinitely, yes. Two lines are the same. So that is infinite. Oops, too many eyes. I got crazy there. I. And then I put another one. Infinite intersects. There's another I. Oh, this might be a good day for me to play Scrabble since I'm using so many eyes now. Maybe I won't get so many eyes in Scrabble when I play. Infinite intersections, therefore infinite solutions. Because, of course, any x and y that works on the red line also works on the blue line. Cool in the gang?
Is this recording?
Yes, it's recording. Why wouldn't it be recording? I made a point of saying I remember. What? You're going to watch it so you can hear that story about computer dating and photoshopping again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Hey, when I went back to my 20-year reunion, actually, a couple of those compatible girls that I wasn't very happy that I was compatible with in the 9th grade were at my 20-year reunion. Damn! Should have held on to the sheet of paper. Although I took my wife to my 20-year reunion, so that's okay. Turns out 20 years was nicer to some than others. Me too, because I'm no longer 4'7".
you're 4'8".
I'm 5'7" and 3/4. Thank you. Which I round up to 5'8".
Yeah.
Yes. If I make a short joke, they go home and cry, and then everybody, yeah. But if they make a short joke about my feelings, that's okay. I get hauled up in front of the disciplinary committee for conduct unbecoming a professional. These clowns. All right. You are not allowed to graph them. Tell me how many solutions.
Okay.
You're not allowed to solve them. You can't even use elimination or substitution. You just got to tell me how many solutions each one will have. And notice what I did in C. I changed the letters.
What?
Because you guys have the audacity to tell me you don't know how to do math when it's not the same letters. Go.
Okay, C. You just gotta look at them. You can't turn them. C is
Oh, you can do something. You just can't solve the systems. You can't tell me what x and y equal.
C is
So what were the three conclusions we just made? We just wrote them down literally 2 seconds ago.
if there's parallel,
If they're parallel, there's how many solutions?
none.
None. If their slopes are different, there's how many solutions?
One.
One. If the line is the same, there's how many solutions?
Infinite.
Infinite. So go. You guys know how to check slopes and check if they're the same line. Go. You're confident? How confident? Scale of 1 to 10.
8.5.
8 point, that's pretty confident. Not quite an A, but pretty confident.
8.6. There you go. Yeah.
Okay. So, I bet most of you went ahead here and started putting it into slope-intercept form, right? But of course, you should just be able to see that x is going to have to divide by 2 to get y by itself, right? Which means this has a slope of a half. It actually has a slope of negative a half. This, the x won't have to divide. So they have different slopes, don't they? So how many solutions? 1. Y, different slopes. To move the world. What about this one? Infinite. Why? Same line. 3 times 2 is 6. 5 times 2 is 10. 9 times 2 is 18. But Mr. Myers, they're negative. You put them both in general form and you find that it works. They're the exact same line. 2, 2, 2. Everything multiplied by 2. Which means this one is probably the no solution one, yeah?
No.
But you should check it.
Infinite.
Why?
Because they're the same. Because 2p times 2 is 4p.
Uh-huh.
5q is negative 5q is the same as negative 10q.
Because this would be 4p minus 10q equals positive 15, yeah?
Yeah.
So that one's infinite. Wait a minute, 2 infinites. Shouldn't I check this again?
No.
'Cause that doesn't seem right for Mr. Myers to have done that.
But that's what the other pages were. Oh, right, no.
Should we check?
Did I get it right?
6x plus 10y, and then the 18 comes over, negative 18 equals 0. Are we still okay? Yeah, we're still okay. Alright, is everybody good?
I got 2 out of 3. I got 3 out of 7.
Is everybody good? What's the point of this? In reality, it's just really kind of a part of estimating, yeah? If you're faced with a complicated system, yeah? No,
No.
because this is 4p minus 10q is 15, yeah? So these guys, this guy, is this going to move for me? Is the same line, yeah? So if it's the same line, they're right on top of each other, yeah? So it's infinite.
Although I didn't do anything.
Times 2, negative 5 times 2 is negative 10. Oh, dummy head. Ah, I knew I did it that way. This is parallel. Because 50, yeah. See how easy it is to screw it up? Even I screwed it up. Times 2 times 2 times 2. Right, but that's not times 2, is it? What are we doing here? Divide by 2. Oh, Mr. Myers, what a doughy head. So, see what I mean? This question came up, no, that one didn't. This one came off the provincial exam. I would have gotten it wrong because why? Because I rushed. Because I don't have enough time to finish my provincial, do I?
You have plenty of time.
You have
3 hours.
more than enough time. You have a stupid amount of time. You have 3 minutes per question. If I were to set a timer right now and say, none of you can make a sound for 3 minutes, you couldn't do it. That's how long 3 minutes is. No, because I can't do it. My parents used to pay me $1 to try and do it. He gets $1 for mowing the whole lawn. I got $1 in 1980 for being quiet for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Then when I turned out I could do 3 minutes more often than not, they upped it to 5 minutes, but didn't offer me any more money. So I was like, well, screw that. What's the point?
It's like the silent game where you try to be the last one. You're silent.
Yes, I'm aware of that game.
Trail game.
I never won. All right. So, anyways, see how easy it is? You saw times 2, you saw times 2, and then here, 15 times 2 is 30. But that was the other way, yeah? So be careful. They write the questions to look such that you will put the wrong answer. Okay? That's the point I'm trying to make when I construct these things. Okay? All right. 10:32. I can stop recording.